A law passed to protect people who do not get vaccinated for COVID-19 is causing some other challenges. HB 702 makes it unlawful to discriminate against a person based on vaccination status. But now health officials are wondering how they're supposed to control community spread. Q2's David J. dives in.
We're at RiverStone Health, where we talk with County Health Officer John Felton about House Bill 702, which prohibits discrimination based on vaccination status. He explains some of the confusion and concerns.
CDC tells us that a fully vaccinated person who is exposed, so they're not ill, but they're close contact, those people do not need to quarantine. An unvaccinated person who has a close contact needs to quarantine. So that's what the science tells us, and that could potentially be in conflict with the law.
John Felton says Yellowstone County never issued a quarantine order like in other counties.
Particularly if you're in a situation where you're issuing quarantine orders, then there's an unsettled question as to whether or not that is a violation. Because also under the administrative rules of Montana, we in public health are obligated to follow the best practices to prevent the spread of disease. So again, here's a situation where you've got potentially a conflict between the law and the expectations and requirements of public health.
As written in the legislation, HB 702 is an act prohibiting discrimination based on a person's vaccination status or possession of an immunity passport.
House Bill 702 doesn't allow discrimination in employment or services based on vaccinations. Montana has the most restrictive vaccine mandate in the country because it applies to all public and private businesses. The intent of the law is to say that you can't treat vaccinated and unvaccinated people differently, which really gets to the idea of a vaccine mandate.
Felton is concerned about the law applying to all vaccines, as well as it conflicting with CDC guidelines. In Billings, David J., MTN News.
Other vaccines Felton is worried about include hepatitis, measles, mumps, and rubella.